recording? Am I recording? What? Wait. Okay, wait. Yeah, it's a lot better, actually. There we go. That's better, and then maybe. Nah, okay, I'll leave it like that. Okay, so what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a Scratch tutorial on. I'm going to be doing a Scratch tutorial on how to make a basic clicker game. It's going to be basic. Basic clicker game. Here we go. Step 1, delete this sprite and paint a new sprite. Or if you wanted to, you could take one of the Scratch sprites. It doesn't matter. You could take one of these sprites, or you can make one of your own. I recommend making one of your own because then your game is more creative and it's not a lot of like copying from other things. Also, before you actually make your game, make sure you have something like you want your game to be, make sure you have something you want your clicker game to be about. I actually didn't think about mine, but I recommend that you guys do. I'm probably just gonna make like, I'm probably just gonna make like, I'm just gonna make a shape clicker game. I'm not gonna make anything too crazy. I'm just gonna make a shape clicker. So you can make whatever clicker game you want, but for this tutorial, I'm going to be making a shape clicker game. Okay, I'm probably gonna add like one more sprite, and ooh, that is not a triangle. I mean, that's a triangle, but it's not even. It's not really that even. Is there a way I can just adjust this? Please, it doesn't look even. Ah, there we go. Okay, now that I've gotten my shapes, you probably should be making your shapes as well. Well, not your shapes, because you're probably not even gonna make a shape clicker game. Now I've gotten my sprites, is what I meant to say. Now I've gotten my sprites, you should also be making your sprites. I'm just gonna adjust the size a bit, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, you should probably be making your sprites as well. And try and be creative with your sprites. Don't do anything like something that's already been like done, like emoji clicker games or food clicker games. Try and be creative. That's what I'm doing. Just gonna be creative. There probably are shape clicker games, but it's more rare to see a shape clicker game than like a food clicker game. So make sure to have something that makes your clicker game stand out. So now let's start off with a when green flagged clicked block. Then what you want to do is grab a show and also a go to 0, 0 or whatever X and Y you want it to be. I'm probably gonna set mine to my favorite X and Y because to me it just looks a lot more in the middle. It just looks a lot more in the middle to me than it is 0, 0. So I have mine set to like 30 or 25 for the X and then Y 20 because it looks more in the middle. But I recommend putting it on 0, 0. And then this is optional, but if you have a clicker game that's like more, that like, if you're using a clicker game that has more than one like costume, then I recommend putting a switch costume to and whatever you want it to be first on. That's if you're doing like what I'm doing. Next, you grab a when the sprite clicked block and you delete the my variable and you put in a variable. I'm gonna put in score. No. Actually, no. I got an idea. I'm gonna put in money, and I'm gonna also put a set money to 0 block in the when flag clicked, and then put a change money by 1. And again, if you're doing the costume thing like I am, put next costume because now you can actually change the costume. Now take a moment to get all this down. If you have not, just take a moment and gather this down. Alright, so now the next thing you want to do is now we have our money and we have like our shapes and they work fine. Now we need some sort of sound. There's like no sound at all. I'm going to find myself a sound, but you guys also should be looking for a sound. And also, when you get your sound, make sure to set the volume to the max. Yeah, just set the volume to the max. Now, once you have your sound, go to your when this part clicked and put start sound squish. I mean, not start sound squish pop because you're probably gonna have a different sound. Just put start sound and whatever sound you chose. Okay, now you know what? I'm actually gonna turn that down. That is kind of loud. I don't know if that's my volume. Oh, well, my volume. I don't know if that's my volume, but that is kind of loud now that I think about it. Much better. So now we have our money variable and we have some sort of sound. But now, what are we gonna spend our money on? We have nothing to spend our money on. Well, first, change this from normal readout to large readout. You could do this little neat number thing where you put like numbers and you put clones and a whole bunch of stuff. I'll probably put a tutorial on that in another video, but for now, this is just a basic clicker game, so I recommend just putting large readout. And you do this by right clicking on it and then doing large readout. Again, right click, large readout. So now we have our shape, but we don't have anything to spend our money on. So what you want to do is paint a new sprite, and you want to paint a black square, or just a dark square. It can be other colors as long as it's dark. Just make sure it's dark. Basically, just make sure it's dark, and also set the outline to nothing. Actually, no, set the outline to 2.5. There you go. And then now you're gonna put some text in here. Change the text to white. And I recommend changing the text to marker or pixel for this. And write shop. And then also just make it big enough to fit your square, but also make sure your square isn't that big, otherwise, yeah. So now that we have our shop button, I'm actually probably gonna shrink this a bit. Now that we have our shop button, now what we're gonna do is go to your backdrops. You're in your backdrop? Good. Now that you're in your backdrop, you're gonna make a new backdrop called shop. Oh, and also, I didn't mention this, but color your background. It's gonna make your thing look a lot better. I didn't do it. But yeah, just make sure to color your background. Now that I think about it, make sure it is a color that fits your clicker as well. Also, name it Clicker. Name your background for the clicker game Clicker, trust me. Now go back to the shop background and put a color that isn't the same color as your clicker. Otherwise, it's gonna get a little bit messy. Now that we have a color for our shop, I'm probably gonna set mine to nice blue. Alright, now we have our shop background. Go to the code, when green flag clicked, switch backdrop to clicker, go back to the shop button, go to when green flag clicked, and also go to like the bottom of the screen. Go to like the bottom of the screen-ish. And also click show. And then when the sprite clicked, broadcast shop. So now that we have our shop broadcast, go back to the backdrop and click when I receive shop, broadcast shop. Oh wait, no, don't do that. When I receive shop, switch backdrop to shop, and boom. And then also go back to your shape and do when I receive shop, hide. So now when you click shop, it does this. And you click the green flag, boom. You can see it works. So now we need something to go into the shop. I recommend just putting like some basic stuff like just like increasing your click, like increasing how much you'll get per click and your automatic clicks and stuff. I'm gonna name this MPC, money per click. I'm gonna put MPC here, and now grab out your text again and this time change it to black or white. Make sure it's only black or white. Still have it on marker, and then type money per click.